Hi, my name is Madison Kratzer. I am currently a visiting student at RCSJ. I attend Jacksonville University for full-time student. I am a nursing major with a minor in Spanish there, and I am taking the microbiology course at RCSJ because it did not fit into my schedule at school, and it worked out very well. So, this is my final presentation. I will be doing it on ringworm. The technical name is Tinea corporis, and I chose this topic because my brother, he's actually a high school wrestler right now, and he gets it at least once or twice a year. So, like, it's very common in our house, and it's something that we actually deal with, especially like around Christmas time. So, it's nice just to have a little background info and know more about what he goes through. So, ringworm is actually a fungal disease. It's a combination of fungi and dermatophyte. It's caused by 40 different, there's not just one cause, like one microorganism that causes it. There's actually 40 different species of fungi that cause it, which makes it kind of hard to track down, what can be the true source because there's so many different species. And then it affects the skin, nails, and various other body parts. The next slide has a couple pictures with the different body parts. The one to the right is it's Tinea corporis because corporis stands for body, and that's basically on the shoulder. The tinea part is actually the Latin word for worm, so that's always going to be the first word. And then the second word, like the corporis, it determines the location. So corporis is body, but then for these examples, capitis is like for the scalp. Then you have the beard, the foot, the groin, and nails. Those are like the top common places that ringworm happens. And so there's three different places that you can get ringworm from. It's highly contagious, so you can get it from touching other humans that have it. Like for my brother, he mainly gets it because of wrestling. It is such a high contact sport. Rubbing up against other people while he's wrestling, or just having the mats not being cleaned well enough. People can also get it from getting it with animals who also have it. This was actually surprising to me because I didn't know that animals could get ringworm, but the top ones that get it are cows, goats, pigs, horses, cats, and dogs actually, but I saw mostly that cats are a big carrier and pass it on. That is being that animals pass it on to humans. It is an example of a zoonotic disease. So I thought that was pretty cool because I remember that from recent chapters. And then you can also get it from the environment, like touching soil, because the fungi lives in the soil. So when you touch that, and then soil and stuff is damp, and fungi thrives in damp conditions. So yeah, and then there's different signs and symptoms. It's kind of hard to determine when exactly you came in contact with it because it appears 4 to 14 days after you come in contact with the disease itself. But it produces an itchy skin. It shapes this red ring and around on the arm or wherever it is on the body. It produces red cracked skin. You can lose some hair. It produces hives, and your skin is irritated. My brother, he normally typically gets it on his legs and his thighs because he's always rubbing up against the other wrestler, so that's a big spot for us. Oh, he's also gotten it on his arm, but it's just really, a lot of wrestlers get it because it is such a high contact sport while they are sweating, and it's really hot and moist against each other. So the part that actually causes ringworm is the fact that the fungi grows on the skin, and then the dermatophytes cause the irritation. the fungi feed on the dead tissue that's like in your skin and on top of it and stuff that you can't see. The dermatophytes, they live in the warm, moist areas, so that's what makes it thrive in dark areas. So like a lot of people also get it like in the back of their knees or their elbows and some or places like that, because it's like they're warm places and they're cold, like they're warm, they're dark, and it's just like a thriving environment for them. But what partly keeps them alive in the body itself is the dermatophytes. They produce proteins that hide the ringworm cells from the host itself, so that the host's immune system doesn't see it as a foreign invader, and then it doesn't attack it right away. So you can't really know right away until the red ring forms, and then that's like the telltale sign that you do have ringworm. But if you can't see the red ring, in extreme cases, skin samples can be taken and they can be looked at under a microscope, and then the ways that the cells are aligned, and like if you can see it microscopically, the ring forming, doctors can confirm that you have it. But it's mainly based on the skin reactions that you have. Because it's so common, it doesn't get reported a lot, so it's just a lot of doctors don't even know, but people don't go to the doctors for it until like it's like really severe, it doesn't go away in like a week or two. It's treated with antifungal creams, lotions, or ointments, and then like in more severe cases, doctors can prescribe pills to help speed up the healing process. And the healing process ranges for all different people because like immune systems are different and all. So then the typical span is like 2 to 4 weeks for healing time. I know my brother's is around 2 weeks. But as long as you like keep it wrapped up and away from others, you should be good and don't like spread it around as much. There are preventative measures. This is actually an infographic from the CDC on like the do's and don'ts on how to like protect yourself from contracting it, or like if you do have it, don't do like certain things. Like the main thing to prevent yourself from getting it is like make sure your skin is dry and clean like as much as you can. But I know like a big thing is like when you go to like public gyms or like the locker rooms in school, make sure you wear like shoes in the shower or around in the locker room, because you have the fungi on the floor, so then you can get it on your feet, and then you get like the tinea pedis, which is also known as athlete's foot, because then it starts growing on the foot and it's just not good. But you also don't want to like share towels or clothes with someone who's been infected. And then a major thing, like especially for wrestlers, is to make sure you shower immediately after participating in close contact sports, because like the sharing of sweat, like from rubbing up against each other, like you don't know if someone else has already had it and they just didn't know and then they passed it on to you. Or like just in general, like it cultivating in like warm areas and then it being you come in contact with it and you just don't know. So like showering will help like reduce your limits of getting it and like keeping it away. And since it's because it's such a common disease, a lot of people don't go to the doctors for it. There's not really like good statistics and pie charts and infographics and stuff on it, because since it is so common, the cases aren't reported. Like most of the time, it's home treatment that people do. But what I was able to find is that 20 to 50% of fungal skin infections do come from ringworm contracted by animals, which is surprised me because I didn't know that animals could have ringworm. So that the fact that they could also pass it on, I mean, I understand that it's a zoonotic disease and stuff, but like it just surprised me because you never think of like animals passing on like a human disease that you only thought was in humans. But it's more common in like younger children because like especially like toddlers and babies, like they wear the diapers, so then like down in that area it's warm and it has like a thriving environment for the ringworm to survive in. And then men, it's just like for that jock itch, like in their groin area, like is a good place for the ringworm to survive. So it's just you got to make sure you look out for like the red ring is like the telltale sign that you have it. um, and yeah, the last slide is just my sources. I use various websites, and that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.